recording? Oh, that's kind of embarrassing. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the click. Had my AirPods in. I'm sure a situation like that has happened to almost all of us here. I mean, how many of y'all in the audience own a pair of AirPods or headphones? Yeah, all of us do. How many of us say we would use them pretty regularly, like on a daily basis? I know I do. That's the interesting thing about personal audio devices, is that we almost all use them almost every single day of our lives. And yet, truly, not a lot of time has been taken to step back and think about how they're actually impacting us. Because if you look at the research says that personal audio devices are impacting our ability to communicate with our environment. And there's a few ways in which we struggle to understand that, but I want to explore 3 different ways that we need to think about how wearing headphones could affect us. First one is we need to consider our safety. How many of us will wear headphones when, say, we go on like a jog or something? How many of us have like that hype playlist that we labeled very cleverly like, running? I mean, I have it. I do it when I run. I hate running. The only reason I do it is because I get to listen to my fun music. But the thing is that when you have your AirPods in, you can't really interact with your environment. There was actually a study done by a magazine called FabFilter. And there was this article that they released back in 2018 called The Science of Sound Localization. What is sound localization? Well, I'm going to show you, actually. So I need someone on this side of the room. Annie, can you be that person on this side of the room? And then Warner, let's go with you. I need everyone else except for Annie and Warner to close their eyes really fast. Annie and Warner, no cheating. If I point at you, I want you to clap, but only if I point at you. And then everyone who has their eyes closed, I need you to point at which one clapped. Which direction is it coming from? Ah, so we all knew it was over there. Okay, let's do it again, just for fun. Okay, still over there, one more time. Okay, that is what sound localization is. Sound localization is being able to identify where sound is based on where the sound is coming from. And our ears can detect that when we don't have anything blocking it. That's the problem with AirPods and headphones, is that we completely cut off access to the sound around us. So when you're jogging and there's a car coming down the road, what happens if you can't hear it? Drivers can get distracted. You clearly aren't paying attention. And that is why headphones are making us less aware of our surroundings. So we need to consider that when we take into account how often we put in our AirPods. Next thing I want to talk about is how they're affecting our social lives. Let's see here. How many of us wear headphones when we're just walking around? Sometimes. When you're at the grocery store, maybe you're just on your way to the gym or in the car, you have your headphones in. We send a message when we do that, whether we like to or not. Ooh, this thing is sensitive. They send a message, whether we like it to or not, that you don't want to be talked to. I mean, I know I do that whenever I go to the gym. I put my headphones on because I don't like talking to people at the gym. Don't interrupt me while I'm in the middle of working out. The problem is that when we always have our headphones on, we are limiting what spontaneous social interactions we're able to have. The newspaper, the South China Morning Post, did a study on this, where they asked some experts, what are the impacts of personal audio devices on places like public transportation? Because up to 38% of people in the UK are using AirPods daily on the train systems. And experts said, well, truly, our number of interactions with people, just saying like, hi, how's your day going? Or, oh, where are you going today? They're going on the decrease. And humans are social beings by nature. So when we are cutting out one of our ways to interact with other people, we are becoming more and more lonely. And we have gotten to a point in our society where we can be completely surrounded by people and still feel completely by ourselves. And that is an impact of headphones. They are limiting our social interactions. And lastly, I want to talk about using headphones as a coping mechanism. There was a study done by some Harvard graduates back in 2019 that was published in the International Journal of the Qualitative Studies of Health and Well-Being, where they took several different people between the ages of 13 to 19, and they asked them, how often are you listening to music with your headphones? And all of them said, probably about upwards on 3 hours a day. And that is a reality for the young people of our world. And so the researchers asked this group, and they asked them, do you know that this could be impacting your hearing? And all of them said, oh yeah, we know it's making us go deaf. And that's the one we like to focus on when it comes to headphones. I mean, how many of y'all's grandmas have ever said, oh, you're gonna go deaf, from listening so much to that? And the truth is that we know that it's impacting our hearing, but what the group said that I found interesting was that they don't care. Because they use music and they use podcasts and they use their headphones as a way to withdraw from their reality. It's like wanting to disappear from the world, as one of them put it. And that is a problem. When we are using coping mechanisms and we become reliant on them to disappear from our reality, we forget that our reality exists. We don't know how to interact with it if we are never exposed to it. And so what I want to really drive the point home to you is that what should we do about this? Because I'm not here to tell you, oh, you need to go throw away your AirPods. Like, don't do that. I'm going to continue to use my headphones and my AirPods. The problem is when we become so dependent on them, we don't know how to interact anymore. So what I would encourage you to do is the next time you're at the gym, or maybe the next time you're writing an essay, try to do it without your hype playlist. Try to do it without the lo-fi in the background. Next time you're in a group with your friends, don't put in your AirPods. Just sit and listen, because being a part of the world truly matters. And the only way we can do that is if we hear it. Thank you.